From packing light and traveling smart, to baking up warm, comforting sweetness right at home, to exploring the wonders of sustainable living in the Caribbean. Today's Happy Home Shopping is all about discovery, delight, and inspiration. And the best part? Everything we see and love is just a click away at happyhome.gy. Hi, Happy Home family. I'm Enya, and welcome back to Happy Home Shopping. This week we're packing light and traveling smart. Discover how to fit 7 days of adventure into just one carry-on. Then, back in the Happy Home kitchen, something warm and wonderful is baking. Our sweet potato bread that's pure comfort with a Caribbean twist. And to wrap it all up, we're heading across the region to explore the beauty of ecotourism at the Walkers Reserve, where nature, community, and sustainability come together. Get ready, it's travel, taste, and transformation all in one happy home journey. Today we're talking travel, and here's the challenge. Can you pack for a 7-day trip with just one carry-on? I promise it's possible. With a few smart tricks and some handy finds from happyhome.gy, you'll be traveling lighter than ever. First tip, roll your clothes. Rolled clothes fit tighter, save space, and wrinkle less. It's a simple switch that makes a big difference. Now this is my secret weapon. The 5-piece set of compression packing cubes in white, just $3,600. These cubes keep everything neatly sorted, and the compression zipper squeezes out extra air so you can fit way more into your carry-on. Honestly, once you try these, you'll never travel without them. Stick to a small color palette. 1 pair of jeans, 3 tops, a dress that works for day or night, and a sweater. Suddenly you've got 7 looks out of just a few pieces. Shoes are the trickiest. The rule? Wear your heaviest pair on the plane and pack just 1 versatile pair in your bag. Trust me, you don't need 5 pairs of sandals, even though some of us do try. And here's where people usually struggle. Toiletries. But not anymore. The toiletry travel bag with hanging hook, medium in black, $5,850, keeps everything in one place. When you arrive, just hang it in the bathroom and you're unpacked in seconds. No spills, no searching. Okay, be honest. Are you the kind of traveler who packs light, or are you stuffing 3 extra outfits in just in case? Tell me in the comments, because I know I'm not the only one who overpacks sometimes. So, there you have it. Roll your clothes, compress with cubes, mix and match outfits, keep shoes to a minimum, and hang up your toiletries. Whether you're traveling for work or leisure, that's the secret to surviving 7 days with just one carry-on. And if you want to travel smarter, grab the compression packing cubes and the hanging toiletry bag today on happyhome.gy. After all that packing and exploring, it's time to come home to the smell of something sweet and comforting from the oven. Today in the Happy Home kitchen, we're baking sweet potato bread, a soft, moist loaf that's full of Caribbean warmth and flavor. Whether it's for breakfast, tea time, or gifting, this recipe is pure cozy goodness. And remember, you can find the full recipe, baking tools, and all your kitchen must-haves at happyhome.gy.
Hi guys, I'm Chef Makeda and welcome back to my kitchen. And today we're making the softest, fluffiest sweet potato dinner rolls. These are the type of dinner rolls that melt in your mouth when you eat it. They're buttery, they're golden, they're just perfect and comforting. So let's get straight into it. Today you're going to need all-purpose flour, some warm milk, we're going to need some room temperature butter, milk powder, sweet potato that's boiled, mashed, and cooled. We need this cooled before we start the kneading process. Eggs, yeast, brown sugar. We have some sesame seeds for on top, salt, a little cinnamon and nutmeg for the extra spice. So we're going to start off by adding our warm milk to the bowl. Then we're going to add our yeast. Since this is instant yeast, we don't need it to proof a little bit for 5 minutes. We can go straight into it. We're going to add the sugar right after because the sugar helps activate these. And we just want to mix that a little bit. Now we're going to add our eggs, our milk powder, and try to get that mixed in and incorporated. Since we're using sweet potato, we're using the spice, we're using the nutmeg. This is a very, well, it's not very sweet, but this is a sweet roll. Next, we're going to add in the sweet potato. And we want to get this incorporated as best as possible. You can use a whisk for this process. Now we're going to add our flour. This is a very soft bread, so our dough is going to be a bit sticky. So we're going to start to just pat that around a little bit. Now we're adding the salt and the spices. And we're going to get this incorporated. Now, according to the humidity of your ingredients, you may need a little bit more flour or you may need less. So you can just average it. So as you can see, the dough is a bit too sticky and runny. So we're just going to clean off our spoon here. And we're going to add a little bit more flour, about a half cup more. We just want to get that incorporated in. And now we're going to add in our butter. And this melted butter is going to make this dough look extra sticky and soft. But you're just going to trust the process, and you're going to knead for about 15 to 20 minutes. So we're going to knead this off camera for about the 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to come back and show you when the gluten is formed and when you'll know that your dough is ready to be rested. Okay, so we're back. It's been 15 minutes and we've transferred the dough onto the counter because we're going to knead it on the counter for a further 5 minutes. So you're going to start off with some oil hands. I just wanted to show you not to be afraid of your sticky dough and how you can make your sticky dough form gluten. So we're just going to go from the bottom and pull on top. Bottom, pull on top, bottom, pull on top. Don't be afraid of the dough. It's going to be very sticky, but it's going to all come together in the end. So we're going to knead like this for 5 minutes off camera, and then we're going to come back and show you when everything comes together. Okay, so we're back and we added the kneaded dough to a grease bowl, and this is how it looks. You want that smooth look, and that's how you know that your gluten has been formed. You could also perform a window pane test where you tear off a piece of your dough and then you stretch it towards a window, and once you can see through that, you know your gluten is formed. So we're going to cover this with a damp towel. We're also going to add some oil on top of the dough so it doesn't form a skin. So we're going to cover this with a damp towel, and we're going to allow this to rest for 45 minutes to an hour. And then we're going to come back and roll out our dough and get the rest of the process going. So we're going to cover this with a damp towel and leave this to rest for 45 minutes to an hour. And we're going to put this in a warm place. It's very important to put it in a warm place so your dough can proof and rise exactly how it's supposed to. And then we're going to come back, roll out our dough, and get the rest of the process going. Okay guys, so we're back. We have our proof dough here. We've already balled out 3 dinner rolls, but I'm going to show you how we got those small tiny balls. So you're going to take a small piece of dough. Remember, we're making dinner rolls and not hops. Dinner rolls is typically smaller than a hop. So a small piece of dough, and you stretch and pull into the center. And then you're taking the thumb and the palm of your hands, and you're just scooting it around a little. And then you have your little dinner roll. So we're going to ball off the rest of these off camera. Then we're going to come back and show you how we brush our egg wash on and then put it in the oven. Okay guys, so we're back and we have our dough rolled out and balled out. So now we're going to brush it with a egg and milk wash. Just lightly brush it. This helps it to get brown on top. And we also want this to act as a glue for our sesame seeds. You don't want to overbrush this where the milk mixture is running down to the bottom, because then it will burn before your bread cooks properly on the inside. So you just want to lightly brush. Okay, so we have all our dough brushed up, and we're just going to sprinkle with some sesame seeds. Okay, so we have all our balls here sprinkled with the sesame seeds, and now we're going to allow this to rest for a further 10 minutes. But while that is rising, we're going to preheat our oven. And then as soon as our oven is preheated for the 10 minutes, we're going to pop this in the oven, and then we're going to come back and show you the finished product. Okay guys, so we're back, and here we have it. Sweet potato dinner rolls fresh out the oven. We've brushed them with some butter. Let's take a look at one. This is how fluffy it is on the inside. You can make this with sweet potato, with pumpkin. It's comforting, it's sweet. You can have it with butter, cheese paste, whatever you want to. So I hope you try this recipe. Comment down below and tell us if you did. Thank you for cooking with me today, and we'll see you next time.
Now let's take a journey beyond the kitchen, straight into nature. Today on In the Region, we're journeying to Walkers Reserve in Barbados, a breathtaking model of how nature can heal when people and purpose align. Once a sand quarry, it's now a thriving hub for ecotourism, conservation, and community innovation, led by the visionaries at Walkers Institute. From lush coastal forests to regenerative farms, every corner tells a story of renewal, proving that sustainability isn't just a concept, it's a lifestyle we can all embrace. And if Walkers Reserve inspires you to bring that green spirit home, explore our eco-friendly essentials at happyhome.gy, because building a better planet starts right where you live.
Welcome to Walkers Reserve, Barbados' only sand quarry turned ecological sanctuary. What was once a site of extraction is now being reimagined as a place of regeneration, ecotourism, and community. Today, I'm exploring how this living laboratory is blending conservation with lifestyle, where locals and visitors alike can walk, learn, and reconnect with nature in a way that's both sustainable and deeply inspiring. So thank you very much, Micah, for taking me around Walkers Reserve today.
You're very welcome.
So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the history of the site. So how did it begin? Where are you now?
So essentially, the first owner of the site was Ian's dad. Well, not the very first, but he was the owner that started the mining entity. So he started mining for silica sand, which is construction sand. Pretty much every building on this island has sand from this quarry within it, which is quite monumental in itself. But then sand is a finite resource. Ian inherited the land once his father passed, and Ian had more of a vision for this rather than just leaving the land barren after mining. So he started the idea of bringing consultants in to view the space and to see how we can transform the space into this regenerative landscape, this mitigator of climate change, and also an ecotourism destination where people can come and connect and reconnect with nature. So this idea came about in 2011. We started our first planting in 2016, and since then we have really developed the space in such a way that people can come and understand what we're doing while also connecting with nature and just having a good time through our various experiences.
Beautiful. Yeah, I've certainly had a good time while I've been here.
Happy to know.
So thank you for that. Do you feel like working here has had an effect on your sort of everyday lifestyle?
Most certainly. So it definitely helps me to be more conscious of my choices in terms of what I'm purchasing, purchase more locally sourced foods, and also foods that are from organic farms or from here as well. So from our fruit trees and such. And it has taught me more about littering, about trying to organize my trash, and also about composting as well. I've learned a lot on composting too. So I'm going to incorporate, I haven't started decomposting quite as yet. I do throw like the eggshells and such into the soils and so, but hopefully over time I'll be able to compost a bit more. But this space has taught me quite a lot, to be honest, and I'm really thankful to be here and to have these experiences and to grow with the space as well.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, we compost at home as well, I think.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
So yeah, I think, you know, where I spend most of my time in Barbados, I think where most people think about Barbados, they think about, you know, towards the beach.
Yes.
Busier areas,
Yep.
sun, sea, souvenirs. But being here, it's such a lovely place to be in Barbados.
Yeah, honestly, it's a part of the island that is not very well advertised as yet, but I think it will be over time. The thing about Barbados is that there are vast differences between each side of the island. This side of the island is a more untouched side of the island. Mm-hmm. That provides that rugged landscape where people can come and they can walk out into the forest, walk into nature, and have that experience if they want that experience. And I definitely think over time, more environmentally conscious persons who just want to be in the outdoors will come and explore this side of the island. It's, for me personally, even though I live on the south, this is the most beautiful side of the island.
Yeah, I tend to maybe agree.
Yeah.
And it feels like it works for island life, right? It's very relaxed, it's quiet, it's peaceful.
It is. A lot of people, when they come up here, they're like, where are the hammocks? I just want to lay down and go to sleep. Like, yeah, so people really enjoy it up here. You get a nice breeze, a nice fresh breeze up here. You really get to just relax and take it all in, pretty much disconnect.
And earlier in the tour, you were telling me about plans for a campsite and...
Yep. So right now we do offer camping. We have some tents where persons can come and camp, or people can bring their own tents to camp as well. Hopefully over time, we'll be able to offer a more glamping experience. Yep. Where people can really stay on site. They can really get immersed in the culture here at Walkers, even do like tree plantings and such, kind of volunteer, give back in a sense. So yeah, that is our plan for sure. There are lots of things that we still have in store. It's a project in its early days, and we're hoping to offer so much more over time.
And I know that children are a big piece of what you're trying to do here as well.
100%. Children, education. We offer various educational tours for persons. Some that are interactive, like pond dips, where we dip water out of the ponds here to help them identify different organisms within the pond. Teach them about planting without the use of harsh chemicals. So you're teaching them more of like regenerative agriculture. So then we also provide like various demonstrations for various things like aquaponics and hydroponics and such. So persons can see that there are alternatives to the harsh chemicals, to the unsustainable farming practices that we have here in Barbados. So it is very important for us. We work very closely with many schools, both locally and overseas as well.
Fantastic. And so if there's one thing that you could get people to change in their sort of lifestyle, generally, what would it be?
In Barbados?
Yeah.
Littering.
Littering?
Yeah. It's a very big thing for me. Like I don't know. I guess my parents just instilled it in me as a child, and I can't recall them ever having to instill it in me. But I guess through seeing them not littering and such, it just became a habit for me. I wouldn't litter. I'd put everything in my pockets until I found a garbage can. Yeah. And the amount of litter that you see, like in our Long Pond estuary and such, is really saddening and depressing. So the litter for me is a very, very big thing.
Yeah, so having that system at home, we've got like the recycling and then the general, and then we got the compost.
Exactly. It will take a lot to build a recycling plant in Barbados, but I think it would be very beneficial for sure.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. I had a lovely time. Thank you so much.
Walking or driving through Walkers Reserve is a reminder that lifestyle is not just about how we live at home, but about how we choose to live in harmony with the land around us. From reforestation to community engagement, this space shows that ecotourism can be both restorative and enriching. Whether you're a traveller seeking something beyond usual or a local wanting to reconnect with your island, Walkers Reserve mirrors a lifestyle rooted in sustainability, beauty, and care for future generations.
And that's a wrap for today's Happy Home Shopping. From packing light for adventure to baking Caribbean comfort to embracing nature's beauty, we've shown you just how joyful home, travel, and living can be. Now remember, everything you've seen today is waiting for you at happyhome.gy. I'm Enya, and until next time, stay inspired, stay happy, and keep shopping smart with Happy Home Shopping.